basic. Boy, you the op and your bros hating. All of them fake, I see both faces. Scared of the whip, it's a ghost racing. I knock them down to their cold cases. Marathon.
And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Green Bay Packers. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. First down, Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. 30, past the 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And Reagor will not return it, so it'll come out to the 25 on the touchback.
25-yard line.
Loving the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They'll run with a big back, A.J. Dillon. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Packers, first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
The 40-yard line.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Eluding the pressure right. Going deep for Hopkins. The Browns D locked in on 3rd down. Brings up 4th.
Scramble drill there, partner. Some teams have some pretty good rules for it. Others are just saying make sure you work your way back into the sight lines of your quarterback, even if you take the play deep. And that's what they attempted to do on that one, unable to connect.
Love going to stay out there. They'll take a chance on 4th down.
97's the mic. 97's the mic. I got one.
On 4th down, Love. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And this Browns defense stands tall.
It's a turnover on down.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 37. First carry for Nick Chubb. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield, flush to his right. Complete to Kelly. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 31. Here's Mayfield. Steps away to his left. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. 16 more on that one and another first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now a handoff looking right. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
Now a 2nd down throw for Love here. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Browns 7, Packers nothing.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. Love looking to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Love, this is 3rd and goal. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And a short return to the 6-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well, but give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, he kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
Now the throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
First down, Browns.
They go play action. Mayfield. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The safety, Adrian Amos, comes crashing in for the sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And he's going to go down again.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say, when you have obvious passing situations. Hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
3rd and long for Mayfield. Now Mayfield lost the football, and the Packers pick it up. And they've got the football, and they're already knocking on the door inside the 5 at the 4-yard line.
Well, that's the down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long, and you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him. Sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
On the play. It's 3rd down and goal to go.
Love from the gun. The Browns D locked in on 3rd down. Brings up 4th.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Well, they're going to try this. They need 5 full yards to hit the end zone here on 4th and goal, but they're going for it. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And that is going to be incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Browns are able to come up with a goal line stand. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10.
Nick Chubb, the ball.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
9-yard line.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. coming up at halftime. We'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. To throw on 2nd and 6. Mayfield looking left side. That's caught by Landry. And they'll bring him down right around the 13.
Complete.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
1st down.
Play fake. Mayfield. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
2nd and 2 at the 40-yard.
Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack.
3rd and 7.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And that will be incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Jalen Reagor was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Love. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
4th down.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Final play of the half, Love. Going deep this time for Miller. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with a lead. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. Fielded in the end zone. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback.
Here we go.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Love. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. But that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. You come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key. Crucial.
At the Packers' 15-yard line.
They'll run with Hunt on second down. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Cleveland.
They'll run with Chubb. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 8 and a good first step there with 2nd and goal coming up. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll give it to Chubb. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick here is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they still have time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Love now. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
But look what we have here. A sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
4 more yards.
Call that a very strong gain of 24.
First down. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. From the 3-yard line again, they'll try and punch it in here on 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers are back within a score. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
19-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. And got his man, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 32 that time. Mayfield on play action. He'll buy some time right. The 20. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 36 yards on the play. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Back now at Lambeau. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
At the 28-yard line.
Love. They'll find Miller. That's complete. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Packers. Scotty Miller, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers Packers have cut it back within a score. So that's a really big play here in the fourth quarter. And don't look now. They're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just one score. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
22-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started, and they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. They'll roll him out right. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Two times. You got four. No.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Buying time to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Throwing, Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. Pass incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And this one is right down the middle. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Love. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Last play went for over 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20.
1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 11-yard line.
Again, it's Love. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 13. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. On 2nd down now, it's Hunt. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 12 yards there and a 1st down. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's a dangerous throw right there. Moving off to his right, throwing it all the way back across field to his left. I know he had a lot of confidence in his arm. But sometimes the ball can just hang up there when it goes that distance. He was fortunate, it was just incomplete.
Flush to his right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Following the interception, Love. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. That's caught. It's Robert Tonyan, the tight end. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 16 yards, a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
He's back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. He's at the 40, 20, 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have a coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away. They stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early. to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
3 at the 40.
That's complete once again to Hopkins.
DeAndre.
And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's got this down to the 35. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Love now to pass on first down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though. Now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. A costly penalty there. A lineman got downfield, and for the moment, that cost him 6 points. So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. Caught left side. It's Beckham. No gain there on the completion. It'll be second down.
No gain on the
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Down to one knee goes Mayfield, and that's all she wrote. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Browns, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they will get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the...
I don't know no better, I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy. Baby, I know what's coming, I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Me little bro, I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on him. Yeah, more action and no talk, I went quiet on him. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on him. I don't be with him, he's so basic. All of them fake, I see both faces. Scared of the whip, it's a ghost racing. I knock them down to their cold paces. Marathon run, I'm a slow pacing. They did not want me to go places. Plans like the gold place. And if we pulling up with the whole squad, I get ready to told y'all that you better be running. I'm in my goal, Cyrus, private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, stylish, masterpiece, body, young. Hey, I don't know no better. I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy. I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming. I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone. Boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro. I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on him. More action and no talk. I went quiet on him. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on him. Hey, couple of bands up in my pocket. I don't want pulse and wild nonsense. We got momentum, don't try to stop it. Diamonds are clearer than my conscience. I don't let bygones be bygones. That's when I'm honest. Penthouse building, reach heaven's heights. Nah, that's what you call a God complex. Remember the days I was down low when it was out cold, but I went out and got it. Look at my milestones, man, it feel like the Dow Jones when you look at my pocket. Look at the flex, whipping the Teslas. I'm a mess, but it's all a finesse. Boy, you stop it quiet. If it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, white diamonds, Miley Cyrus, private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, masterpiece, body, young. Hey, I don't know no better.